for Disease Control and Prevention, 16,799 people die as a result of homicide each year. I'm sure most of you have seen NCIS or CSI or any other crime scene-based television show. They arrive at the crime scene, collect data and DNA, among many other things that go along with forensics. Though the television shows aren't based off of real cases, there are cases very similar going on in the world around us. Through the creation of body farms, in which I've done extensive research on over the years, we have now information available to us to help solve some of the most complex homicides in our country. Today I'm going to inform you of what a body farm is, where body farms are located, as well as some useful information that has been obtained through the use of body farms. What exactly is a body farm? A body farm is a place where forensic anthropologists study the rate of decomposition in corpses. Forensic anthropologist students then study the process of decay in basically a hands-on laboratory setting. Occasionally they stage a crime scene or two, and they also have different scenarios such as how corpses decompose in trailers. I'm about to show you some graphic pictures, so those of you who do not wish to look at these, you don't have to, and I will invite you back when I'm done. The majority of these pictures were taken by Sally Mann in her book, What Remains. As you can see, there's different corpses, different settings, environmental factors. They're all different things that they try out. Most of your corpses on the farm are put in black plastic, kind of like a trash bag, to keep these little critters out, because maggots can consume up to 60% of a corpse in under 7 days, and they basically turn the skin to shoe leather. Alright, now that you know a little bit of what body farms are all about, I'm going to share with you some history of the first ever body farm, as well as where body farms are located in the United States. There are 5 body farms located in the United States today. The first body farm was opened by Dr. William Bass in 1971. It became famous in Patricia Cornwell's novel, The Body Farm. It started out as a stone slab with a gate around it, and pretty soon grew to be over 3 acres of land surrounded by a razor fence. At first, Dr. Bass used unclaimed bodies from the morgue, and then slowly people started donating their bodies. About 100 bodies are donated each year. 1,300 of those bodies are pre-registered with the facility, and majority of those are victims of homicides families who are trying to help out the cause. This is the first ever facility that opened. It basically looks like a dog pen, and that's the new entrance to the facility. Locations of body farms in the United States, there's of course Tennessee, the University of Tennessee, Texas State University, Western Carolina University, Sam Houston State University, and California University of Pennsylvania. Next, I'm going to inform you of some useful information we have obtained through the use of body farms. When the University of Tennessee's body farm first opened, it was designed to answer questions such as, how long does it take for the arms to fall off? At what point does the human skull start showing through? However, it quickly led to a more sophisticated approach. One of the interesting things we have learned about through body farms is skin slippage or degloving. According to Dr. William Bass, within the first 3 to 7 days, skin slippage occurs. Again, I'm going to show you a couple graphic pictures, so those of you who want to turn away, you can. Basically, skin slippage, that wrinkly look that you get when you have been in a hot tub or pool, that's what your fingers look like, only skin slippage, when the corpse gets looking like that, the skin actually peels back off the hand, just like that, and the students then take that glove of the deceased person, put it in boiling water overnight, and then the next day they can actually put that glove over their hand and fingerprint a person that way. And the same thing also happens with feet. Another thing, bones. A lot of times bones are thrown in with other animal remains, like if a vulture got a hold of them. It's also common among serial killers to throw in human remains with animal remains. And so now you're left with just bones. What can you tell from bones? Based on dental records, you can tell a person's identity. You can tell if they're male or female, and their age based on like shape of the skull and things like that. Also, through the use of body farms, we have learned that decomposition is slowest underground in a coffin, since most bacteria needs oxygen to survive. Depending on how deep the coffin is buried, the human corpse may be completely stripped of its flesh within 40 to 50 years, and it may take hundreds of years for bones to decompose entirely. The University of Tennessee currently has 700 skeletal remains on file, adding more as the years go by. Hopefully by now I've shed some light on one of the many places that goes under the radar in America today. Today I've informed you what a body farm is, where body farms are located, as well as some of the useful information we have obtained through the use of body farms. Though television series like NCIS or CSI are not usually real cases, and it takes much more than an hour to do all the forensic analysis that needs done, I hope that next time you watch any crime scene-based television show that you will remember most of the things you see or hear came from life down on the farm. Thank you.